The Vedic Age is a fascinating period in Indian history, marked by profound cultural and societal transformations. It lasted from around 1500 BCE to 500 BCE, spanning nearly a millennium of significant developments. This age is named after the Vedas, a collection of sacred texts that are among the oldest scriptures in the world. The Vedic Age is divided into two periods, the early Vedic period and the later Vedic period, each with its own distinct characteristics and advancements. During this time, the foundations of Hinduism were laid, with rituals and hymns that continue to influence the religion today. The Vedic Age saw the development of new religious ideas, social structures, and political systems, which played a crucial role in shaping the societal framework of ancient India. It was a time of great change and innovation that shaped the course of Indian civilization, influencing everything from agriculture to governance. The Vedic Age is significant because it provides insights into the early development of Hinduism, offering a window into the spiritual and philosophical foundations of the religion. It also tells us about the lives of people in ancient India, from their daily routines to their agricultural practices and family structures. The Vedic texts are a valuable source of information, not just for religious studies, but also for understanding the historical context of the era. They offer glimpses into the beliefs, practices, and social organization of the time, revealing a complex and sophisticated society. Studying the Vedic Age is essential for understanding the historical and cultural roots of India, as it lays the groundwork for many aspects of modern Indian society. It also helps us to appreciate the richness and complexity of Indian civilization, highlighting the enduring legacy of this ancient period. The educational practices of the Vedic Age, including the oral transmission of knowledge, have left a lasting impact on Indian pedagogy. The hymns and chants from the Vedas are not only religious texts, but also literary masterpieces that have influenced Indian music and poetry. The economic activities during the Vedic Age, including trade and the barter system, laid the foundation for India's economic development. The art and crafts of the Vedic Age reflect the creativity and skill of the people, showcasing their ability to create beautiful and functional objects. The scientific achievements of the Vedic Age, particularly in astronomy and mathematics, demonstrate the advanced knowledge and intellectual pursuits of the time. The literature of the Vedic Age, including epic tales and philosophical discourses, continues to inspire and educate people around the world. The influence of the Vedic Age is still evident in modern India, from cultural festivals to traditional celebrations, underscoring the enduring legacy of this remarkable period. The early Vedic period is marked by the arrival of the Aryans in India, a significant event that shaped the subcontinent's history. The Aryans were pastoral people, primarily relying on their cattle for sustenance and livelihood. Their way of life was deeply intertwined with their animals. They migrated to India from Central Asia, traversing vast distances and overcoming numerous challenges along the way. This migration was not just a physical journey, but also a cultural one. They brought with them their language, culture, and beliefs, which gradually blended with the existing traditions of the land. This cultural exchange laid the foundation for a rich and diverse heritage. The Aryans were skilled warriors and horsemen, known for their prowess in battle and their strategic use of chariots and horses. They gradually established their dominance over the indigenous populations of India, leading to significant social and cultural transformations. The most important text from the early Vedic period is the Rigveda, a sacred collection of hymns that has been passed down through generations. It is the oldest of the four Vedas, serving as a cornerstone of Vedic literature and religious practices. The Rigveda is a collection of hymns, composed in praise of various deities and natural forces. These hymns are praises to various deities, reflecting the spiritual and religious beliefs of the early Aryans. The Rigveda provides valuable insights into the religious beliefs, social structure, and economic activities of the early Aryans, offering a glimpse into their daily lives and societal norms. It talks about their gods, their rituals, and their way of life, painting a vivid picture of an ancient civilization that has left an indelible mark on history. During the early Vedic period, society was largely egalitarian. People lived in villages and were primarily pastoral. Family played a central role. The head of the family was the father, who was responsible for the well-being of his household. There were no rigid social divisions yet. Governance was relatively simple. Tribes were ruled by chiefs known as rajas. The raja's authority was based on his prowess in battle and his ability to protect the tribe. He was assisted by a council of elders. Assemblies called sabhas and samitis played a role in decision-making. They represented the voice of the people. The later Vedic period witnessed significant changes. The Aryans expanded their territory eastward. They moved into the fertile Ganges plain. This expansion led to changes in their way of life. They shifted from pastoralism to agriculture. With the adoption of agriculture came settled life. Villages grew into larger settlements. New technologies such as iron tools were developed. These changes had a profound impact on society, leading to greater complexity and stratification. Section 5. The Vedas expand knowledge in the later Vedic period. The later Vedic period saw the composition of the remaining 3 Vedas. These were the Yajurveda, the Samaveda, and the Atharvaveda. The Yajurveda contains prose and verses for rituals. The Samaveda focuses on musical arrangements of hymns. The Atharvaveda consists of spells, charms, and hymns. In addition to the Vedas, other texts called Brahmanas were also composed. These texts explain the meaning of the Vedic hymns and rituals. The Brahmanas provided detailed instructions for performing sacrifices. They emphasized the importance of ritual precision. Section 6. Birth of the Varna system, shaping society. One of the most significant developments of the later Vedic period was the emergence of the Varna system. This system divided society into 4 classes based on occupation. The Brahmanas were priests and scholars. The Kshatriyas were warriors and rulers. The Vaishyas were merchants and farmers. The Shudras were laborers. The Varna system had a profound impact on social stratification. It created a hierarchy based on birth. The Brahmanas occupied the highest position, followed by the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Shudras. This system became increasingly rigid over time, leading to social inequalities. Section 7. The Sacred Fire and Beyond. Vedic religion. Religion played a central role in Vedic society. The people worshipped a pantheon of gods. These gods represented natural forces like fire, wind, and sky. Indra, the god of thunder and lightning, was particularly prominent. Rituals and sacrifices were an integral part of Vedic religion. People performed elaborate ceremonies to appease the gods and seek their blessings. The fire altar was the center of these rituals. Offerings of food, ghee, and soma were made to the gods. Section 8. Seeds of Thought. The Upanishads and Philosophical Inquiry. Towards the end of the Vedic period, there was a shift from ritualism to philosophical speculation. This led to the composition of the Upanishads, a collection of philosophical texts. The Upanishads explored profound questions about the nature of reality, the self, and the universe. The Upanishads introduced the concepts of Brahman, the ultimate reality, and Atman, the individual self. They emphasized the idea that Brahman and Atman are one and the same. This idea of unity became a cornerstone of Hindu philosophy. Section 9. The Transition from Vedic to Post-Vedic. By 500 BCE, the Vedic Age gradually gave way to the post-Vedic period. This transition was marked by significant changes in religious beliefs and social structures. New religions such as Buddhism and Jainism emerged. The rise of new cities and the growth of trade led to the emergence of new social classes. The authority of the Brahmanas was challenged. Political power became more centralized, leading to the rise of kingdoms and empires. Section 10. Legacy of the Vedas, a lasting imprint. The Vedic Age left an enduring legacy on Indian history and culture. The Vedas continue to be revered as sacred texts. Many Hindu beliefs and practices can be traced back to the Vedic period. The Varna system, although modified over time, continues to influence social stratification. The philosophical ideas of the Upanishads have had a profound impact on Indian thought and spirituality. They have influenced the development of Hinduism, Buddhism, and other Indian philosophical schools. The Vedic Age laid the foundation for the development of Indian civilization and continues to shape its cultural identity. Section 11. Conclusion. The Vedic Foundation. The Vedic Age was a formative period in Indian history. It witnessed the arrival of the Aryans, a group of nomadic tribes who migrated into the Indian subcontinent. This migration brought significant changes to the region, including the composition of the Vedas, which are some of the oldest sacred texts in the world. These texts were composed by ancient Vedic priests and scholars who meticulously documented their rituals, hymns, and philosophical ideas. The Vedic texts provide valuable insights into the beliefs, practices, and social organization of the time. They reveal a society deeply rooted in ritualistic practices and a complex social hierarchy. The Vedic Age laid the foundation for the development of Hinduism and other aspects of Indian culture. The rituals and hymns from this period evolved into the core practices of Hinduism, influencing temple architecture and religious ceremonies. Its legacy continues to influence India's religious beliefs, social norms, and philosophical thought. Modern Hindu rituals still reflect the ancient traditions established during the Vedic Age, and social gatherings often adhere to norms that have been passed down through generations. Studying the Vedic Age is essential for understanding the historical and cultural roots of India. Archaeological sites and historical research provide a window into this ancient civilization, revealing the depth and richness of its cultural heritage. It is a testament to the enduring power of ideas and the continuity of civilization. The traditions and philosophies that originated during the Vedic Age continue to shape the cultural and spiritual landscape of modern India, highlighting the timeless nature of its contributions.